Here we are, finally at the last installment of my playthrough and translation of Daikaijū Monogatari. We've been working through the final dungeon, Gabfar's undersea planetary base, and are ready to explore the final bit. If you're just tuning in now, I've been playing this game on Super Famicom. It's never had an official English release for Western audiences, so it's been a bit of an effort to get through it and make it to the end. You can use the video description to navigate this playlist and find the part of the game you're most interested in. As usual, my translations put any kanjis in blue, katakana in brown, hiragana again in white, and then I'll put a phonetic translation below that. Next comes a literal word-for-word translation, and finally my interpretation of what the equivalent English sentence would be. If you remember last time, we finished by defeating Gabfar's son and getting his tail, which I think is some kind of a key. In this video, we'll find out what kind of traps have been set and what it takes to get Gabfar out of Sheldorado. For the most part, I'll have the basic battles just in fast motion. They take a long time to translate everything in and it gets very repetitive. But any significant bossy kind of fight, we'll do at normal speed and we'll have everything translated throughout. So let's make our way around and explore. Ooh, a Jo no Tate, a Queen's Shield. For some reason, this was presented in hiragana, but when written in kanji, it's one of those words that I think gives interesting insight into how the Japanese think of things. Jo means woman, and O means king, woman king, therefore meaning queen. Then Tate is shield. We're starting to get the good stuff here in the final level of the game. So one of the reasons why I do all these battles in fast motion in this area, been doing it for a while in the game, is these system betas. They seem to have some sort of shield, so everybody gets 0 damage until they don't. I'm not really sure what it is. I guess maybe I have to just take out enough of the shield's power or something, and then suddenly they're vulnerable. But it sure makes those battles take a long time. And here we got these weird little holes in the floor. As far as I can tell, they don't really do anything. Oop. And now we're getting some dialogue. Superbot has noticed that there is something to be seen. Nanika. And it looks like a big, huge hand. Kyodaita. Alright. Nothing ominous about that. So I guess we'll just carry on exploring. This weird floor doesn't really seem to do anything. Still can't figure out anything to do with these little bubbles, so I guess they're just graphic. And back to the submarine. Alright, well, that was the east side. Not a very big area. So now, into the west side. Submarine berth looks pretty similar to the others. But now we got a little more dialogue. It's too easy. Something's wrong. Maybe it's a trap. A mysterious voice is talking to us, calling out Superbot as Uregirisha, or traitor person. Apparently, the hunch that we are walking into a trap was not wrong. This guy is introducing himself to us as Heracles, Shin Etai no Okanbu, chief of Gabfar's guard. I'm guessing he isn't going to let us just carry on our leisurely way. Seems we've walked into a machibuse, or ambush. Gabfar seems to have been expecting us. Yate shibai! Let's do this. There's no way out of this fight now. Looks like we're just going to deal with these underlings. Not a particularly rigorous fight. They drop down just as expected. But of course, now that he feels like we've been a little bit wounded, maybe a little tired, he's going to come after me himself. See how tough Heracles is. It's kind of got a boss intro, so we'll do this one at normal speed and just see what happens. Let's just spam him with all my dragon shells. See if there are any of those that he likes. And it looks like I am out of MP, so Koopy will take a magic cube. Oh, there's one hit. Ooh, that one hurt. Fire Dragon! Seems like he's taking a beating from all these guys. Aqua Dragon. And there he goes, down without even having everybody hit. 20,000 points, though. That's a pretty good haul. And there's Poyon, level 64. So now, Gabvar's down a son and a chief of guard. So let's go back to taking the fast motion approach to all of these little battles. Don't need to spend that much time. See what kind of goodies we have here in the chest. An Omegalid! So if I was using the pot character, which I've actually never had in my party, I think he's still sitting there level 1 in the Hero's Mansion, but I believe that would be a good weapon for him. But since I'm not using him, don't need it. No more of these stupid system betas, but just wear it down until they go. Guess I'll head up here and see if I can do anything with this crane, or if it's just graphics. It doesn't look like it, so guess I'll just keep working my way through these enemies and keep on exploring. Check. Gabfar's Idenshi Hano Kenshutsu. Idenshi for gene, Hano is a reaction, and Kenshutsu is detection. The system has detected Gabfar's genetic code. It must be his son's tail that I'm carrying around still. I guess this is that key that it was meant to be. So even though the door unlocked, I didn't read it fast enough, so I got a little confused and was like, oh, it didn't open. So now I'm wandering around a little bit, making sure I didn't miss something before I make my way back to the door. Alright, let's try that again. Boom! Since it was unlocked already, I guess I can just make my way in. So that was, I guess, a minute and a half of wasted time. For you, for me, it was a lot more because those battles take forever. Now I got a bit more of that weird floor, but it didn't seem to do anything before, so I'm assuming it's not going to do anything special now. Just keep on keeping on. If all these enemies let me just move for a bit, that'd be cool. I'm sure a lot of them. But I guess everyone needs a little more level potential for the final bosses. I guess isn't a door. It kind of looked like one. And more of these guys. So many enemies. Got some guys into the mid-70s now. Looks like Superbot sees another large thing. Kyodaina. Nani desho? What is it? So let's go see. Sure looks like another giant hand, I guess. Now apparently this one is a chest. Well, okay. Yeah, such a large monster was built, so we know from the biobase that they aren't really afraid of engineering weird monsters, so I guess maybe we're lucky and they haven't finished that one yet, so I don't have to worry about it. Because they wouldn't be foreshadowing something difficult, would they? Not in a game like this. Never, never, never. Another weird floor. Certainly looks like even more messy stuff. It does look kind of like a heart. I wouldn't want to deal with that either, so hopefully it just stays under there and I don't worry about it. But meanwhile, lots of more wandering and exploring to do. This room actually seems a little more complicated. There's more than one place I can go. Up until now, it's been a little more of just a linear path. A linear path with a lot of monsters. And that little blinky thing is stairs, apparently. So now I'm getting to use these catwalks. So that's exciting, because they all seem to have treasure chests on them. This one's just a magical patchy, or magic patch. So definitely had one of those before, so that one's probably not as exciting to me as some of these new things I've been getting. But all that said, we just gotta carry on and see what else we can find. More giant body parts. This one looks like a substantial bit of a foot. Whatever this is, yeah, I guess we better beat Gapfar before it's done, because it does not look friendly. Before I go and see what's up these stairs, I want to take care of Poyan. He seems like he's gotten a bit sick. So I might be able to take care of that with a vaccine or a panacea. I'm not sure which one will work, but I have plenty of both. Just scroll down through the menu here until I find one. At this point in the game, my inventory has become pretty lengthy. And there we go. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning. Seems like that's all cleared up. Ooh, this floor looks a little icky. And then look at that. We've got the Shell Hermit trapped in the wall. So it seems like Shelby East Island must have been overthrown after all. Guess I never went back there to see. But I guess his final wish is to help the people, regardless of what happens to him. More little catwalk treasure. What do I get? What do I get? A sun bow. And again, I don't know who it is that does archery, but I'm not any of the guys in my party right now. So I guess that's not going to do much for me. But there's sure a lot of these little pathways down. Nice to get another little level up. A flashy mantle. Hedina. I think I've got a whole set of flashy or fancy clothes and items. Alright, a save spot! Yay! On this gory floor. But it's never a bad idea to lock in my progress at level 71. Looks like there's another little down entrance on the left, so let's go check that out. Baitarei no Oru. Had our share of those. Saw some more potential treasure that I haven't got yet, but I don't know if I want to go back trying to figure out any missed catwalk things. So we'll see if it's forward. Just making sure I've got the best stuff equipped on everybody now that I've had a few chests. Through the door. Oh, look at that. It's our Guju. Long ago, Kushura. Ooh, I like rewards. Maybe she's on my side now. Oh no, Fat Badger. I remember when they pulled his body up into the flying saucer. Apparently they were trying to revive him. How fun. Ooh, look at that. Now we know what all those bits and pieces are for. And I thought I was going to get out of here without ever having to deal with it. Shows what I know. Guess I'm not as fancy of a gamer as I used to be. Ooh, he looks big and mean. And there he comes. How serious. Daikaijū, the modified Fat Badger. Okay. Let's just, I guess, slash at him until he goes down. I'm gonna guess he's gonna take a little more work than good old Heracles did. But, again, spam him with the shells and see how that goes. Dark Thunder. That wasn't too brutal. Just keep hitting him with the dragons. Not the most impressive amount of damage, but at least it's working. See if he's got a weakness to any of them, I guess. Maybe it's just going to take a few rounds. Lucky shot. Two guys almost wiped out, though. How's this gonna work? This guy's nothing if not tenacious, though. He's held on for quite a long time. This almost reminds me of when I was battling the Aqua Dragon the first time. That battle took forever because I probably wasn't doing it right. But that heal always definitely comes in handy. And finally, Big Shell Dragon did the job. 60,000 points. And almost 10,000 pearls. So, good haul overall. And there's Poyon, level 68 again. A little behind the rest of the party still, but definitely catching up. And bye-bye. You lost last time, lose again. Yep. They rushed him, I guess. They need a little more time. Or Fat Badger's just not that great. Alright. Guju's gonna take me on herself now, huh? She's not willing to let me move ahead. Then I guess I'm gonna have to do it. Ooh. The Tamago, important egg, up ahead. So that sounds like somewhere I want to be. And apparently the prince I defeated is one of thousands, I guess. Insect tribe. So she's confident that I'm not going to be able to take her out again. Well, let's see if I can find a good strategy. Do the Big Shell Dragon approach, maybe? Or maybe just attack, I guess. I think I read somewhere that magic doesn't really work on Guju. May have been the case in our last fight. I'm actually not quite remembering. That's a long ability name. Sparkling Pressure. Like those lucky hits, though. Here we go. Now I can try the Big Shell Dragon, maybe. See if that counts as magic, or if that'll be a physical hit that might actually get noticed. Slam. Alright, definitely not immune to that. That's what I call a hit. A lot of these battles that just seem to need quite a few rounds to get through. Guju is not a pushover, apparently. Wasn't exactly the most impressive hit ever, though. Oh, and that's it. Just like Fat Badger, Big Shell Dragon takes her down. 50,000 points and 5,000 pearls, huh? So Fat Badger was worth more? And thanks, Babu. Level 74. How exciting. And Guju has been defeated, hopefully for the last time. Ooh, and apparently I can evolve my sword once more, so I guess that means I should maybe go back to Mannery before I finish this up, just so I can have my best weapon. Guju's apparently given up and wants me to just end her now. She can't fight back anymore. She doesn't want to just sit here waiting, though. Do it! Do it now! Why not? I don't understand this. I'm terrible to you. You should kill me. If you don't kill me, I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna escape. Are you sure you want to let me escape? I really am escaping. You can kill me if you want to, but if you don't, I'm gonna escape. Alright, we get it. Bye. Well, as a piece of advice, she doesn't seem to think that I will do well if I keep going. And possibly true. So, I'm gonna warp my way out of here, and we're gonna go and do a little bit of cleanup. Make sure I got my sword fully evolved. And then plenty of time to come back and finish it up. To the blacksmith shop. Alright. I can now do the Aura Blade, the ultimate form. So that's awesome. Uh-oh, I can only do it with an Aura Ball. Well, it just so happens I have it, so all is good. A lot of people know about these Aura Balls. It seemed like it was kind of rarefied knowledge when we began this quest. Alright, the Raban Special Aura Blade. I believe now Gabfar won't like that. There we go. Had to make sure that was equipped. It's annoying when I leave and it's unequipped my sword, and now I have to just fight barehanded until I remember to put it back on. Done that before. Now we just gotta find our way back to Gabfar's base, which I know is kind of in the middle of the big ocean. There we go. Downsies. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too hard. So now we just gotta make our way back to where we were. Shan't be but a moment. guess the backtrack did help me get some of these trusts that I missed the first time. So here's my steel wrist. Always wanted one of those. And here we go. Guju is standing in a, fan blade or something. Trying to warn her dad that I'm on my way. But do we really have to fight? What does this all even mean? I want to be safer for everybody if we just stop. She's learned the true power of friendship. Gabfire's path will only lead us to ruin. And Gabfire's reply. Doesn't seem too concerned yet. Oh. Well. Apparently, Guju is now persona non grata. Ouch. That must have hurt quite a bit. Well, Gabfire's loyalty to his children is magnificent. Apparently, he plans to just recycle her. How nice. And another little save point. How could I resist? Magical transporter, makes sense. Oop, and then rooms just get weirder and weirder looking. So this is where Guju's saying the egg lives. We're almost there, let's get him. There's a lot of eggs. Oh, okay, so the eggs feed off the aura ball. That's fun. And here's some people being food. Ooh, and here's the room where Guju was getting smoked by her dad. I guess she didn't really think her warning was going to turn me back. And she's regretting her decisions. Ooh, even Superbot. She's getting why he didn't want to obey her anymore. In her final moments, she wishes she was one of the good guys after all. It's really sweet, actually. And Superbot wants her to save her energy. Abunai! Danger! Apparently Gabfar wasn't done knocking her down. Poor Guju. If only she'd come around just a little sooner. Oh, look at that. Big guy. Is that Gabfar himself? Finally meeting him. Space Invader. It's like Invader Zim. Invader Gabfar. Sumi. According to his laws, apparently, it's a crime to not just do whatever he wants. Little gablings. They look very threatening. But let's try my Dragon Spam strategy. That didn't seem very painful, to be honest. Ooh, the red one was immune to the big shell dragon. The other two were not. I made the fire dragon too? Wow. Right, short work of those two. The little red one is kind of annoying. That's some Babu magic right there. Yeah, he just doesn't seem to respond to magic much. Ooh, 60,000 points. That's a lot. And kind of a random amount of pearls. 71 for Poion! Yay! At this point in the game, though, I'm not sure how useful pearls are going to be. Because I feel like I'm kind of just locked into the boss fight now. Wow, he's so good with his kids. Alright, Gabfar, bring it on. What do you got? You are very fat and Jabba-esque. But anyway, let's just dig in and see how this goes. heal, restore the magic, repeat. I guess I can do this all day, but man, this is a long, long fight. That was a good hit, though. Thanks, Boyan. Appreciate it. And not enough magic for another big shell dragon, of course. Let's see if I can magical cube myself again. Oh. Okay. Cool. It's a good amount of experience and 0 pearls. Okay. That's fair, I suppose. Apparently Gabfar's a graceful loser. He wasn't expecting that outcome. But now that we're done the game, he's been just totally shocked how the shell can be so powerful. Oh, but you can, Gabfar, you can. Ultimate strongest body. Oh, they're taking the Squaresoft route, and we have a boss fight that's going to come in phases. Well. Okay. Ick. It's like molting. Now slimy. But I guess it's just going to be more of the same. Let's just keep going. Even longer than the last one. I'm very glad that I maxed out my magic cubes, though, because I'm going through lots of it. Bam. Ooh, and he's down. Finally. 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 Apparently, Gabfar knows he's done for, and he's gonna try to take me down with him. His Jido Tekini, his self-destruct mechanism. Apparently, I gotta get out of here before it blows. And if it isn't the Aura Ball, in which Gabfar has now been sealed. So does that mean Gabfar's not actually dead? He's just the new Fat Badger now? Fat Badger's toast, and Gabfar's sealed. There is actually a Daikaijū Monogatari 2. I have not played it yet, but I can't help but wonder if Mr. Sealed Gabfar is somehow involved. There's also a Kaiju Monogatari without the die, and I believe that's when Fat Badger came along. So I guess maybe that's what it's going to be, just a chain of guys. After Daikaijū Monogatari 2, I don't know if this series has continued. I think it has not at this point. And it's been long enough. I don't even know if Birthday still exists or any of the who would have the rights to it. But fortunately, I don't really have to be in control here. My guys are just running around rescuing people from the various chambers where they're found. And it looks like we've got everybody into the submarine. Or this in Suikan. Alright, Superbot, come on, let's go! Apparently, Superbot feels like this explosion is more than the planet can handle, and the only way to save the planet is for him to take the base off into space and blow up with it. Nobody wants that. He's even programmed the submarine for us, because if you recall, it could only be piloted by a trained person or the robot. Well, Superbot seems to think that he is better to die than the entire planet, with theoretically him on it, so very selfless. Sayonara, goodbye. Aw, shucks. He's had a good time. Oh, and now Pochi's come out to say hello. Is Pochi going to somehow save Superbot? You gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go! Alright, submarine. Get out of here. Thank you, Superbot. We'll never forget you. Oh wow, the robot has shed a tear. sadness, kanashimi. Ningen, the human. Ningen no kokoro, the human heart. Alright, submarine's clear. The base is taking off. And ready to get off into outer space. Well, that was a pretty profound explosion after all. Gabfar, a mess you have made. Alright, we got the Shell Hermit hanging out. Poyon, Babu, Koopy, and Pochi. They're all rather mournful that Superbot is no longer with us. Everybody's going to individually tell us how they feel about that. As is sort of a hallmark of this game. Alright, yes indeed. Back to Dorado City where everybody is waiting. Alright, apparently I need to go see the king now and the great gnome. It's a good thing the king was rescued from the base. Sort of funny that we've never met the king this whole time. To the castle we will go, to the castle we will go. Ha-ho, the dairy-o, the castle we will go. Oh my, this is quite the reception. Yay, thank you so much, Daryl. Poyon, thank you. Babu, you're so awesome. Koopy. I'll follow you the rest of my life. Oh, what a fan club. Ooh, and here it looks like we've got Peepoo. He seems pretty excited that we did a good job. Or sorry, no, that's Quick, not Peepoo. And then here's Piggy. So some of my little helper guys. Nice of them to come and say hello and wish me well. Raban has made it back. We just saw him in Mannery so recently. He moves quickly. And Genji, my fisherman friend. I get the feeling we're going to be talking to a lot of the people we've met, of course, over the course of this game. Ooh. Here we have, I believe it's Eloise, so we haven't seen her for a long time. Way back in Chicory Village. It's our medicine maker, because I never really used her services at all, but that's cool. And then we have Doan, my ghost friend. Didn't really use his talents too much either, but he allowed me to explore a level. Or a dungeon, anyway. Here we go. There's Peepoo. And Pochi as well. See Dr. Deep up there, and look at the flower arrangements and everything. Last time we were here, this was just a mess of, like, weird alien tentacles and stuff. Yes, yes, your Sensui can was amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody misses Superbot already. Alright, and the old ladies. Near me. And then here's Margie. Collicott. Yes, you did. You were not nice to him at all. You just were very, very anti-robot. And lastly, Evel. Well, she didn't. Kept it nice, short, and sweet. And then we have Mr. Santa Claus, I mean the Great Gnome. Dorado Kibite! Just glad that he was able to establish that on the king's behalf. Apparently, the last people are about to leave, and they want me to go see them. I guess I can allow the king to talk before I go. Is that nice, King? You're so lucky. Well, apparently, I am welcome to stay in Dorado City. Wow, the doctor called Peepoo Peepoo. The wonders never cease. Oh, look, it's Zarodon! He hasn't gone back to Hex Island just yet. He was a good tank for me in the beginning, until I had a few more party members. Magi was a good sub-in when I needed him. Oh no, it's Tokia. Everybody's gonna come and say hi. And Bird. Never used either of those two guys. And there's Killer, doing his weird entrances as usual. He's got to have a voice like Batman when you read some of these dramatic things he says. Oh, and there's Pot, another guy I did not make any use of. Remember, his whole idea was wanting to capture and, like, Fat Badger is a summon monster. Might have had some interesting talents if I'd made use of it. Oh, look at that! I have my little mole friend. And even Uro with his little sheep guys. This is a full-on entourage. And then Garo, another guy I didn't really use. Sounds grumpy. Well, if people would let me move instead of having every last person in the city wanting to talk to me, I would get there faster. Ah, Linda. My first healer. And then Kirara, another one I never really used at all. Ooh. And now we have Dr. Deep again, we have Mr. Cactus, we have Shell Hermit, we have Peepoo, and we have Pochi all there together. Apparently, everybody wants me to hang out with them instead of going back to my own world. Well. Mr. Cactus, if you recall, was the first person we met after leaving the Shell Beast Island on that puka shell. Way back. Way back. No kidding. It was kind of rude, wasn't it? Just yanking somebody into their world like that. All right, everybody's gone. I guess it's nice to be wanted. Uh-oh. I'm stranded? Is that what you're telling me? Babu Koopy Koopy and Poyon seem kind of excited about that. Uh-oh. The shell begins to glow. The glow begins to brighten. Oh, I forgot about my hand sitting in my pocket like that. What's happening? Oh my god! Maybe my return to the original world was on autopilot. Babu, don't interfere! And like that, he's gone. But the non-fire shell, the air, water, and earth shell, have remained. And the combo shell, I guess the combo shell was the 4 shells put together, now that I recall. So I guess it was separated. Clearly, we've made space in the legend of Sheldorado forever and ever. Better not be a dream. That was a lot of work for a dream. Ooh. Still got a fire shell, so I guess it wasn't a dream. Yay! And then the credits roll. So let's watch the credits, and then there is a little bit of an epilogue cartoon once the credits are done. Alright, back on Shelby's Island. The hermit is still expressing his gratitude. Apparently there'll be a nice party, they can just relax. Everybody's back to dancing. Very exciting. Look at that. Polion's getting his very own special feast. He must be thrilled. Apparently he's still hungry, though. That boy can eat. And then we have Babu having his little conversation. He's as the most serious one of the group. Is he looking at the same moon? Well, what do you think? So nice to be remembered. But as we wind down into these final few seconds of this video, I just want to remind everybody to like and subscribe if they want to keep seeing more of these. As I've been learning Japanese, I think this has been an amazing process for me to get better at it, and hopefully it'll help some of you as well. As always, feel free to comment if there's any mistakes or anything that you might have translated differently. I always love to learn from that as well. And look out for the next videos down the road. Thank you for watching.